What is up, folks? This is GuitarFlat, and welcome to another episode of GuitarFlat's Island. So, today's episode's gonna be mostly kind of a catch-up of what I've been working on as of late. That looks good, right? Shut up, Jorge. Oh yes. What Ninja Llama has left me over here. I've been reunited with my stuff. As you can see, everything's back the way it should be, for the most part, minus some potatoes. Potatoes, but I guess that's fair. He can have the potatoes. So all my stuff was over here. Then he left me this wonderful little pressure plate here. Megatron's demise. Ha ha. That's okay though. I'll take a little pressure plate over a whole bunch of scarecrows. It's been a little while since I've done anything on here though. Not since my loss of items incident. I can show you the farms have been working very, very nicely. In fact, they've been working too nicely. You see what's happening here? This guy's holding stuff. That guy's holding stuff. Why are these people holding stuff? There's no more room for stuff. Everything is just cluttered, and the big perpetrator here is the netherwort. Netherwort is just... there's too much. There's too much netherwort. That guy has a sword. Let's see if we can take him out. Get out of here. Swords are for people, not zombies. Anyway. Yeah, there's just too much netherwort. Now, I'm gonna use the netherwort when I get to potion brewing and breeding for plants to get what I want for beer and a bunch of other things. But aside from that, like, oops, netherwort doesn't have a heck of a whole lot of uses. I can use it for a farm, but I think those are going away once we have those like multi-block farms, aren't we? I don't know. Brewing, of course, but this might be my best bet here. I'm thinking about using methane to be a power source as well, because methane can be run through a gas turbine to produce quite a bit of EUs. You know, it's not much, but it's not bad. Yeah, through the gas turbine. So I think that's the route we'll take with the excess once I can get a setup at the power plant for the excess. Not only is the netherwort an issue with my farms as of late, but over on this end, melons were a bit of an issue. Now I've been using the melons for certain things. These farms are back into motion. Things are working out great here. And these, I haven't assigned them to anything yet. I've got plans for them, but these might be overkill. I may not actually need a third set of farms. I may have just wasted time there, but that's okay. I'll still use them for something, I just don't know what. But there's a good chance that I'm going to turn a lot of my excess produce into methane. There's going to be a good amount of it that'll be stored. I'm going to probably set up some barrels and do some storage setup. But I'm looking at what's all in here, if you're wondering. But yeah, before I have since I'll have that storage set up, I also want to use some of it to be turned into methane. I haven't converted the villager zombies into villagers yet, but that's because they don't have homes yet. Which will probably be maybe the next big thing I work on once I get some other issues done. But this is what I've been working on as of late. I showed off the power plant, but now I've got this rig here set up for energy production. This is the semi-fluid generator, and it's converting creosote oil into EUs, because I don't have a better use for it. I'm not making a lot of rail. I've actually got a lot of rail thanks to mine shafts. So what I'm doing is I'm turning it into EUs. 3,000 EUs a bucket, basically. That's not bad. Or a micro bucket, I don't know. So that's what's going into these MFSUs. and then these MFSUs are going towards this kind of transforming relay, which is transforming all the high voltage to low voltage so my house can use it. And not just my house, but in turn soon the island once I actually have some for real buildings. But not only am I turning creosote oil into energy, but I'm turning some oil into energy. I found a oil source out in the ocean, figured why the heck not, put these tesseracts to use. So out that way we have an oil rig which we'll go check out, oh geez, here in a second. But this little platform is made of iron, and it's also made of these iron scaffolding. I can't remember what the difference is between iron scaffolding and normal scaffolding. I think it's because I think you can branch out from it more, but I'm mostly just using it for looks and the fact that you can climb up on it. Now with these lights, be careful with these lights. If you get on one of these lights, it's weird. The game just doesn't know how to handle, I guess, your height. Let's take a look at the F3. Yeah, see, it kind of bounces me. It's really odd. And see, it's not good. So watch out for that. But yeah, my plan's to kind of turn extra oil into EUs. It's actually a fairly decent source. Creosote's not a great example, but the actual oil, you get 64,000 a bucket. So okay, that is a bucket. So each bucket is 3,000 EUs. So we're making quite a bit of energy. You can also use lithium, sodium, biomass, and creosote. But I'm not producing biomass at the moment. I never will, probably. My plan, though, is to have this sucker running here soon. I've actually made some thermal generators, because I've heard these are like the upgraded version to geothermal, so I think these will produce a little more of what I want. I want these suckers filled up. So next time, I will either be setting up a nether pumping system, or it'll already be set up. We'll find out. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go upstairs, show off the house. Nothing too grand here. I've got my relay of machines that need MJs, so everything's being powered by the solar panels that are upstairs now. I put some solar panels. I don't think I'm going to put any more. If I do, it'd probably just be a few more right there, because I would like to kind of keep this as a walkway, semi-decent walkway. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this area that I have access to yet. I'll think about it. But what I've done is, now that we've got energy and we're running energy, I'm going to hide this. I'm going to hide this line later. I'll probably use micro blocks to kind of disguise it with wood. But we have another line here. We can put some machines. Down here I wanted to have some more machines and a little more storage. Put away some basic items. So these are the kind of light panels. They're pretty nice. I just wanted to try them out. I like the way they look in the ground or even in the ceiling. They're kind of cool on the walls, but you gotta have a decent, like, kind of motif for it, so to speak. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot of machines built. I've got the same ones I've been using. Even in here, there's nothing new. I had the generator. That was the other one. So a lot of my machines were the thermal expansion things, and there they are, still up and running. But without further ado, I think we'll just go ahead and get to the oil rig. It's not too far away. It's not too far away from home. Wee. Oh man, I couldn't remember if 1.4.7, the whole water thing, one block of water falling thing was still in here. Really odd that they made that change, but I'm not going to question it. I actually like hitting the one block of water more than having to have the two. I mean, I know it's a little less realistic, but I mean, come on. This is Minecraft. It's not intended to be ultra realistic, you know? Oh, there it is. This is a pretty simple setup, pretty simple like kind of thing that I was going for here. We've got more of the iron scaffolding, which, by the way, was not cheap to make. I mean, it's not expensive, but it's not super cheap because of the refined iron. Refined iron, that's kind of the issue where this comes from. But you get 16 each one you make, and you can't really complain about that. Well, you can, but you're a terrible human being. You should feel sorry for yourself. So, the oil rig, it's simple, really. What we've got going on here is we have are those the Buildcraft pumps? Yeah, I think it's the Buildcraft pumps with a bunch of redstone engines powering the pump. Not the fastest way to power the pump, but it is enough power to get a steady flow. And they're pumping the oil into these liquid ducts, which go into the Tesseract, and this is connected to the other Tesseract that's out over that way. Got a chunk loader, keeping mostly this active. I mean, you can see it here. I'm pretty much just keeping this local area, not too far. When I use chunk loaders, I try and minimize the amount of space that I'm loading, because as kind of the admin right now, so to speak, on the server, I'm keeping a heavy eye on the error logs and server, hardware usage and stuff. And chunk loaders take a pretty hefty toll overall. They're really what cause issues, it seems like, with Feed the Beast. But when you try and be responsible with them, which everybody on here really is for the most part. Sometimes things happen, but yeah, that's life. Things happen. But anyway, this is what I got going on. Now, usually, if you're wondering why did I pillar up here with dirt and sand and block it off from the rest of everything else out here, with these pumps, even though the pumping line, you can see here, even though it goes straight down, it doesn't just pump down. It pumps in a radius, and it's random, where it's pulling what source from, within the body of liquid fluid that it's in. So, when I first built this oil rig, these were not here. And that was a mistake, because it started out great. I was pumping the crap out of the oil. I was getting so much oil, I was turning into energy, everything was great. Then I started getting water, and the system didn't know what to do. Did some research, and apparently if you want to pump out into the, ocean water supply, or not water, oil supplies that are in the ocean, you've got to really keep an eye out on, water intake. And a lot of people recommend setting up 2 tanks, one to catch, oil, and then the other one to catch water. But I tried that, and I was still having issues with it. I was trying to kind of figure things out on my own, and was having some issues. So I gave up on that. Then I was reading about how these pumps actually work and the way they pull fluid from a body of water, and found out that if you kind of border what you want to pump, you'll only get what you want to pump. So that's why from the kind of ocean floor up, this little dirt pillar has been extended. This is isolating this fluid, this body of water, from the ocean. So this pump is only drawing from this spot, and that does cause a little issue, because obviously I'm missing a little bit of oil here and there on the surface. And I mean, I could work to get that later, but for now, this is working great, just pulling oil from the central, well. But I'm liking this setup. It works. These Tesseracts are really fun to use. I really like them. I've got a few more unattuned ones made, and I'll work on them here soon. But the hardest part, really, of the Tesseract is just, making the frame is a bit difficult, and attuning it is making it full of the, molten ender is a bit tricky if you don't have a lot of ender pearls. But it's done. I am, however, with all this projects I've been doing, between making this and setting up the power grid on my island with all the glass fiber cable, I am flipping out of diamonds entirely. I'm gonna have to go on a little excursion, I guess. I might go check out Twilight Forest, maybe. There's no way to transmute diamonds with Thaumcraft, which is kind of sad, but that's okay. I could compress some coal into diamonds. I've been reading a little bit about that. I figure someone on the server actually does that using wither skeletons already. So I also want to use this little island for something, but I don't really like this island because it's very barren and plain. So what I might do with it is use it as some sort of other industrial complex. Maybe I'll set up a quarry, or I'll start, maybe if I get around to nuclear power, this is where the power is going to be made, away from the island and its soon-to-be residents. I really am going to get to work on that here soon. But I kind of just want to do a short update video, get you guys kind of in the loop of my recent projects. I've been meaning to get around to recording this for a while, and it's just been busy and I haven't had a whole lot of time, and then other things have kind of come up in real life IRL, that thing that gets in the way of gaming time and other stuff. So, anyway, can I get up here? Oh, I bet I can. Hold on. Oh no! No, I'm stuck on one of these things! Son of a... No, okay. Whew! See what I was talking about? Aw, man, forget it. Parkour on these freaking boots of travelers, no thanks. Okay, got everything. Alright, anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Kind of a real, just walk and talk, show off what's going on, no more sand. So, until next time, guys, hasta luego.